what's actually the deal with the L7's artificial
Oh,
scarcity?
what? We're
He's
getting
asking about.
some questions here. Okay. Promo account. Sounds like Mark had some lovely things to say about the L7. Oh, I do. I have all the lovely things to say about the L7. So
They don't exist.
we know one shell exists. And I want to put that out there because Bitmain showed it off at an expo. They did not show it running. Okay. So food for thought. They are now delayed. November shipments have yet to be sent out. People are putting deposits down, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they have nothing to show for it. Like these things, when they first launched, were supposed to ROI in like 90 days. Like it was insane because the Doge's price was so high. They're nowhere to be found. And I think there's a few catalysts that is causing. I should go on. I can rant forever on this, but
You keep. I'm looking for a document, so keep going for a second. I'm gonna
okay.
jump in here in a second.
The L7, Bitmain. Obviously, there was the ban in China, right? And that happened like literally right after Bitmain was all like, "Hey, we got the L7. It's coming," right? Well, there's already been a chip shortage, right? They didn't make enough for the demand that came in, and they got overbought. Now, do I personally think that this machine does not exist? No. I know for a fact that one shell does exist. They showed it at an expo. It looked like an ASIC machine. It could have been an S19. I don't know. But they didn't turn it on. When they launched the new Hydro S19, the 110 terahash one, they had a video of someone mining on it, messing with it, overclocking it a little bit. The L7 at the conference, they just showed it. They showed a picture and then they had like a display, or no one saw anything of this thing running. So I don't think that they even had the chips to start production when
So I'm going to
they
stop you
started
right
selling
there
it.
because I got my document. So exactly what Mark is talking about is kind of segueing into the video I got coming out. And if you stuck
Ah,
around this long,
I haven't seen this video, by the way.
if you stuck around this long for the AMA, I'll give you kind of a sneak peek. So, I mean, I dove deep down the rabbit hole. So this company is called Marathon. It's changed its names half a dozen times. It's in bed with Blackrock. It's in bed with Grayscale, who does ETFs and big money management. So here's just a little snippet from their latest annual report. Let me see if I can make it big enough here for everybody to read. So, October 23, 2020, the company executed a contract with Bitmain to purchase an additional 10,000 next generation Antminer S19 Pro ASIC miners. 2021 delivery schedule for 2,500 units was delivered in January. And it goes on and on. And down here we have S19 Pros, 6,000 units. Gave them a discount of 8.63%. 21.5 million dollars was spent in September of 2021. This is all money that was lent to Marathon from Blackrock to purchase equipment from Bitmain. Bitmain has been overrun with trying to produce these S19 Pros, S19Js for Marathon, because Marathon is building a mining farm here in the US. And I don't just like Mark says, there's no chips available because those ASIC chips are being programmed to run for the S19Js. They haven't had the time or the chips or the manpower to produce the
And on
L7s.
top of that, they have to move. Like they can't be in China anymore. Like they're banned. They're such a reputable company in China. Like they have the power to say, "Hey, cool the jets, man. Don't ban crypto." Like they have that power, and they are being forced out, so they have to move. Now, what I'm saying right now is kind of speculation, and not really, because they are being forced to move. They're moving to Taiwan, I think. That has been publicly announced by Bitmain, like the move's happening. But you're gonna sit here and have this second algo machine, right? That they launched, and hey, yeah, we like Doge too, whatever, L7, and then all of a sudden get $1 million orders for S19s. Like, no, that thing's on the back burner. I would be surprised if we saw November's shipment within the next 3 to 4 months.
Yeah,
I would
I
be
agree.
surprised. Like I don't see damn it, L7s. I don't see L7s hitting the shelves to anybody that has ordered them until at least 2023. That's my own personal opinion.
Yeah, these guys aren't manufacturing the chips; they're purchasing the chips and assembling them on
Yeah,
their PCB boards. And a lot of times, Goldshell, Innosilica, Bitmain, all these other Miner, they are all using or in the same area together manufacturing these PCB boards, and they're using proprietary software and control boards. The control boards are where it's at. The control boards are their proprietary, patented piece of equipment for a lot of these miners. One, there's a chip shortage. They're all trying to get their hands on the same chip, 7 nanometer, 15 nanometer.
Not even like the ASIC builder companies that are trying to get these chips, dude. New car manufacturers are trying to get these chips. Like, they're all these chips do multiple things. The freaking clapper that turns your light on and off that still exists is trying to get these clips. Yeah, like, or these chips. Like, it is ridiculous how short. Like, I don't think anybody really knows the extent of the chip shortage that we have and like what's to come.
Right.
Like, if anybody thinks they're going to get a good deal on a GPU anytime soon, no way. Not going to happen. ETH could go proof of stake tomorrow. GPUs still would not be around at normal levels prior to this big crypto boom and everything else of the, COVID, whatever. And now I'm going to shut your channel down because I said that. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm already shadow banned.
I could go on forever about this chip shortage. I don't see that actually catching up to demand until the end of 2023. It's just everything that I've looked at when it comes to just what's indicating the demand supply that's even there. Foundries aren't even up and running. There's continually being some other different thing that's hindering the foundries to even get up and running. And once they do get up and running, they'll get caught up in 2023 at some point. And then at that point, they're going to have trouble keeping up with the demand. So I don't even see if like we're looking GPUs, looking at like Chevy, Ford, or any of the other smaller automobiles beyond Tesla, like getting microchips to make their vehicles more efficient. And because the car companies they are like trying to get in and beat Tesla, and they are failing miserably because they can't get their hands on chips.
Right.
So that's just one other aspect. Think about the TV manufacturers that are trying to bring 8K TVs to everybody. So it's just like, that's another chip. Like, the chips the next gen clapper, like that's like, it's a chips. There are no chips is basically what I'm saying. Like Pringles, they are running out of chips, guys. The Pringles are running out of chips.
Not my Pringles.
The foundries are not making chips fast enough to keep up with demand.
Right. And then you got, Bitmain's got Blackrock and Marathon breathing down their neck. These aren't, mom and pop companies like Coastal Crypto. I mean, we're trying to be big, but BlackRock's got power. They want to shut you down. That doesn't matter. There's no border that's going to stop them. They'll come get you. Their lawyers will find you. So
yeah,
when they got,
it's not personal, it's business.
When you got multiple orders, tens of millions, 20 million, 100 million worth of equipment orders, you better deliver. So I think they're panicking. I think Bitmain's in panic mode. I think a lot of companies are overextended and overspent and out of time and out of money and out of resources.
So promo says, wondering if BTC is headed north of 100K, and insiders like BlackRock know it while simultaneously Doge is too cheap for people to just drop 12K, be mining hundreds per day until 2023 or so. So here's one thing that to comment on what you're saying here. A good website to go out and look at, just Google it, the Bitcoin halving calendar. I shared one of the images to John and Scott just the other day, and if it basically shows you the trend of all the Bitcoin halvings, okay, and Bitcoin, for the exception of these last 2 years, has had a very queued up schedule of what happens during a Bitcoin halving, and so we just passed the Bitcoin halving. We are now in what would be considered a bear market, even though things are pumping and things are crazy. Like we're never going to see the normal bear market like we used to. That's just not going to happen. Institutional money is in the game at this point. It's just we're not going to see the
Osprey,
normal.
we have Grayscale, you have NYDIG. These are all people that are building companies that are building ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah, yeah. The crypto winter that we're accustomed to is not a thing anymore.
Right.
I mean, crypto winter is a thing, and I think we're in it. We've been in it for a little while.
Look, it's snowing.
Yeah, exactly. In the background there, crypto winter back over there. But look at the trend of what Bitcoin has done over the past 3 halvings, right? Like dip, slamming down. We're now at that point where it's like slamming down, and then all of a sudden, whoop! Like it think about it. Just obviously do your own research. I'm just some guy. I really am, and
Not
I'm ranting at this
advice,
point.
not financial advice.
Yeah, exactly. Right on the video over there, right? I don't know, over there, whatever. Yeah. So I don't even know where I was going because I was just ranting. But no, yet it's coming. Like, and you know what? My mind is too little at this point to think beyond just like the growth that is going to be, the potential of growth. Is you have these companies like Blackrock involved, where they're putting millions of dollars into this. And think about it, miners will be rewarded for another 100+ years. Like not hundreds of years, just 100 and some years. I think like 104, something like that. Like miners will be rewarded the block reward.
41.
Yeah. So it was like 120 years or something. Whatever, 19. I can't do math. It's too late.
Block rewards will last for another 121 years.
But yeah. So
you'll get transactional rewards after that.
After that, but that's. But the block reward itself, though, gets halved every single time. So all of a sudden, there's scarcity still. Like it's going to constantly be like the. I don't know. It's going to be one wild roller coaster, and for those of us that are here to take advantage of it, I think we're doing the right thing.
I mean, you brought up BlackRock. Promo. You mentioned BlackRock. So BlackRock gave money to Marathon, who is a mining company, who's setting up a mining farm. We're talking, 70 megawatts of power, and then they're also lending out money to companies like NYDIG and Osprey and Grayscale. So they're spreading. So BlackRock's at the top. They're going, hey, I'm giving money over here to the farm, so I'm going to collect my BTC from my farm. And what am I going to do with that BTC? I'm going to go give it to this new founding ETF. I'm going to give $3 million worth of BTC to NYDOG. I'm going to give $3 million to Osprey, and I'm going to give $3 million worth of BTC to Grayscale. And that's how they're going to start these ETFs. That's how BlackRock is funding these ETFs and mining at the same time. They're double dipping, and they're trying to get into the game, so that the price is only going to go up as these ETFs become mainstream and popular. So they're mining the Bitcoin that's going into these ETFs, and then these ETFs are obviously, you can buy into them and collect your residual income as a traditional trader through the ETFs. It's like Mark said, it's only going to go up. We see little dips, and you're gonna look back at these dips and you're gonna laugh. Oh, it went from 50 to 40. Yeah, when the
That's what I'm trying to say too, dude. It's bigger than that.
right.
Like and I can't even comprehend it right now. One thing I would recommend, and I'm not trying to like shout out just anybody particular or whatever, but I've been communicating back and forth and just chiming in on posts from Son of a Tech, and I've been posting like these images like on our Twitter account, amigospc, and just saying like, hey, I'm seeing these growths, seeing these things. Like, there's something deeper coming that just I don't think is really apparent to anybody
Hit that
yet.
bell for my next video.
Yeah, and then yeah, the thing. I don't know. Like, it's like I said, it's too big for me to even like comprehend exactly what like the next thing is when it comes to all of this. Like, growth is going to be there. That it looks to be like a thing that is going to happen. Not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Blah blah. Yeah, whatever. YouTube. But on top of that, there's something underlying that's bigger than just growth. And we need to figure out what that is before it happens so we can be the ones to pioneer that.